Where I live in Michigan, it's pretty wooded. And so when the weather gets cold, the little woodland critters like to come in the house where it's warm. So I called my friend Raymond, who has a pest control business, and had him out to take care of all the critters that had made their way into the house. And when he was finished and handed me the bill, I looked at it and I said, hey, this isn't enough. This is like half of what I was expecting. He said, well, you know I'm trying to provide a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. I said, I totally get that. But this is like half a fair day's pay. Like this is half of what you should be charging me. He said, well, you know, you're not the first person to say that. I've heard that before. I said, all right, interesting. So other people are telling you you need to raise your prices. He said, yeah, actually, although then there's other people who complain all the time and they'll say things like, is this for the neighbors too? Because it's about twice of what it should have been. I said, all right. So we started getting into this a little bit and I was asking him more questions. And it turns out that those people that are unhappy with the price also complain a lot and are kind of never satisfied. And it's an unpleasant experience and he doesn't really enjoy it. And the people who are saying, hey, you should raise your prices, those are the customers that he likes to go to and they never complain. I said, yeah, you need to raise your prices. And he said, well, I want to be able to have everyone be able to afford me. And I said, okay, well, listen, you can't serve everybody. No matter what your price is, not everybody is going to want to pay that. And look at it this way. You feel called to do pest control, and that's fantastic. I'm glad because I need it, and I'm glad you do it. But if you continue to not charge enough, you have a chance of going out of business. And then I lose because you can't come and serve me. You can't serve anybody. If you go out of business, nobody wins. So one reason to raise your prices is so that you can stay in business. I said, here's another reason to raise your prices. Do you enjoy going to the houses where people complain and are dissatisfied and it's unpleasant? Or do you prefer going to the houses where people don't complain and it's enjoyable and they're glad to pay you? And he said, well, obviously those people. I said, okay, and those are the people that are telling you to raise prices. And if you raise prices, you'll naturally pull out of this other market. If people are already unhappy with your prices, when you raise them, they're not even going to bother with you. And that's okay because they're not for you anyway. See, in business, our ideal customer is the person who's looking for us. And we're looking for those people who are looking for us. And when we find them, they're going to be the people over here who are glad to pay, who are happy to have you there, who aren't going to complain. And the people who you're not called to serve are those other people. So raise your prices so that you can make it clear to yourself and to the marketplace who you're called to serve. There's nothing wrong with these customers. They're just should be served by someone else. And these customers over here aren't better. They're just better for you. So who in your business is your ideal customer? Who do you enjoy serving? And who's glad to have you out there and values you and is glad to pay for your service? That even if you raised prices, they'd gladly pay it because you're so valuable. And that if you raised prices, who could you stop having to serve because they wouldn't even want you to come out? And that would give you even more time to find and serve the customers you do want to serve. So that's another reason to raise prices, is it just helps you separate the market and it signals to the market who you're there for. Doesn't make you better than someone else, just makes you different. You're called to serve certain people and you're not called to serve other people. So raise your prices and make that clear. When you have people telling you your price is too low, your price is too low. And even if you don't have people telling you that, but you have customers you don't enjoy serving, raising your prices will naturally sort some of that out. So the next time I call Raymond to come out and help with my pests, I hope to see a much bigger bill, and I will gladly pay it.